Hello everyone. In this topic, we will learn the advantages and disadvantages of an electric vehicle over an internal combustion engine vehicle. The relative advantages and disadvantages of an electric vehicle over an internal combustion engine vehicle can be better appreciated by a comparison of the two on the basis of efficiency, pollution, cost, and dependence on oil. The EV process starts at the source of raw power whose conversion efficiency must be considered to calculate the overall efficiency of the vehicles. The complete EV process can be broken down into the following stages. In the first stage, that is the refinery, crude oil is converted into fuel oil. Some energy is required in this process, and this process has some losses. Hence, the whole process will have some efficiency eta 1. In the next stage, the fuel oil can be used to generate electricity. In the generation of electricity, some energy is needed. This process also has some losses and the whole process will have an efficiency of eta 2. The energy from generation to distribution has some losses due to transmission and distribution losses. This process will have an efficiency eta 3. The battery charger required to charge the batteries of an electric vehicle will have some losses and hence it will have some efficiency eta 4. The battery charge and discharge also has some losses and hence this stage will have some efficiency eta 5. The power converter and electric motor required to drive the electric motor will have a few losses and hence this whole stage will have an efficiency of eta 6. There are some losses associated with the transmission axle and this process will have an efficiency of eta 7. As you can see, all these stages has a few losses and hence the overall efficiency of this process will be lesser. It will be the product of all these individual efficiencies. The complete internal combustion engine vehicle process is broken down into following stages. Crude oil is converted into petrol or diesel at the refinery. Some energy is required in this process. This process also has some losses and hence the refinery will have an efficiency of eta 1. The petrol or diesel has to be distributed to the gas stations. The distribution from the refinery to the gas station also has some losses. Also, there is some energy required in the process. This petrol or diesel is used by an internal combustion engine for transmission. This process also has some losses and the process will have an efficiency of eta 3. The power from the internal combustion engine is transmitted to the transmission axle. This process has an efficiency of eta 4 and this process also has some losses. And at the end we'll have our final output power P0. As seen over here, the entire process has losses and their individual efficiencies. The total efficiency of the process is the product of the efficiencies of the individual stages. This table shows the electric vehicle and internal combustion engine vehicle efficiencies from crude oil to traction effort. For an internal combustion engine vehicle, the crude oil first has to be converted into petrol at a refinery. The refinery will have an efficiency of 90 to 85%. The petrol has to reach the fuel tank through a distribution network at a gas station. The distribution from the petrol to the gas station and fuel tank will have an efficiency ranging from 95 to 99%. The engine has an efficiency of 20 to 22%. The energy from the engine has to be transmitted to the transmission axle, and from the transmission axle, the energy is transmitted to the wheels. This transmission has an efficiency of 95 to 98%. The overall efficiency from crude oil to wheels for an internal combustion engine vehicle ranges from 15 to 19%. On the other hand, for an electric vehicle, crude oil is converted into fuel oil at the refinery. The process has an efficiency of 95 to 97%. The fuel oil is used for electricity generation. This process has an efficiency of 33 to 40%. The electricity generated has to be transmitted and distributed to the wall outlet. This process has an efficiency of 90 to 92%. The battery charger will have an efficiency of 85 to 90%. The battery charging and discharging will have an efficiency of 75%. The motor controller has an efficiency of 80 to 85%. And the transmission has an efficiency of 95 to 98%. The overall efficiency from crude oil to wheels is 14 to 20%. Next, we will see a comparison based on pollution. Transportation accounts for 1/3 of all energy usage, making it the leading cause of environmental pollution through carbon emissions. With every internal combustion engine vehicle replaced by an electric vehicle, the following can be claimed. Carbon dioxide in air, which is linked to global warming, would be cut into half. Nitrogen oxides, a greenhouse gas causing global warming, would be cut slightly depending on government regulated utility emission standards. Sulfur dioxide, which is linked to acid rain, would slightly increase. Waste oil dumping would decrease because EVs do not require crankcase oil. EVs reduce noise pollution because they are quieter than internal combustion engine vehicles. Thermal pollution by large power plants would increase with increased EV usage. EVs will considerably reduce the major cause of smog, substantially eliminate ozone depletion, and reduce greenhouse gases. With stricter sulfur dioxide power plant emission standards, EVs would have little impact on SO2 levels. Pollution reduction is the driving force behind EV usage. The initial electric vehicle capital costs are higher than internal combustion engine vehicle capital costs, primarily due to the lack of mass production opportunities. However, EV capital costs are expected to decrease as volume increases. Capital costs of EVs easily exceed capital costs of internal combustion engine vehicle due to the cost of the battery. The power electronic stages are also expensive, although not at the same level as batteries. Total life cycle cost of an EV is projected to be less than that of a comparable internal combustion engine vehicle. EVs are more reliable and will require less maintenance, giving a favorable bias over internal combustion engine vehicle as far as operating cost is concerned. The next comparison is based on dependence on oil. If we, the people of the earth, do not reduce our dependence on oil, there will be another energy crisis. Today's industries, particularly transportation industry, is heavily dependent on oil, the reserve of which will eventually deplete in the near future. Hence, there is a strong need to switch from internal combustion engine vehicle to electric vehicle.